Hi, this is Cory. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a week ahead reading for February 27th to March 5th. I've already pulled a lot of cards for this reading and I've already written down a lot of notes about each card and the things that I have noticed that are most likely going to come up within the next week. So I am going to start with two cards that I pulled from my Whispers of Healing Oracle deck. The first one is a card that actually keeps coming out for me, and I really feel that it's a message for many of us this week as well. It seems like a theme that just keeps showing up. It's the theme of hidden blessings. So even through the challenges that we face through change or any circumstance, there is always a hidden blessing within that. And so this week we are really going to focus on finding and noticing the hidden blessings. Maybe some kind of external sign shows up in your world this week and it hints at like what the blessing to the circumstance is, or maybe you watch a video or talk to a friend and they mention something and it kind of dawns on you that your current situation is like showing you something special, and it really is a blessing, but before it was hidden to you, or maybe you overlooked it and you didn't really realize it. But this week there's going to be a lot of epiphanies and revelations that are going to just pop up, and they're going to show you what the blessings are within the circumstance wherever you are right now. And it's going to bring a smile to you, a little bit of joy within your heart. It's really going to like touch you in a very meaningful way. When you look at this card, you'll see this lady. She's looking within a rose, and there's this symbolism of like smelling the roses, going out in the rose garden and smelling the roses, and just immersing yourself in moments like this, and just having moments that like bring a smile to you because you see like a smiling lady. She's smiling and looking within this rose. Like it's kind of like when someone has a secret and they share the secret with you, and it makes you smile like, oh wow, like you shared that secret with me, and maybe it's just like something really small, but like before it was hidden to you, but then spirit and the universe and life just they bring you like this beautiful sign, and they reveal something to you, and it kind of makes this like new perception arise within you. It's a burst of new sight, new vision to you, and you see your circumstance differently now. It's now a blessing, just a blessing. It's no longer a hidden blessing. It's out in the open now. It's out in the light. I'm just scanning this card to see if there's anything else that I noticed with this. I'm really focused on these intricate earrings, it looks like, or just like these hair accessories that this lady is wearing over here. So I'm wondering if some of you will walk into a shop and see a lot of jewelry, or maybe get out some old jewelry boxes and you'll find something hidden. You know, taking something out of your closet, like a box of stuff, and all of a sudden, like, you open it up and you remember the things that you left in there, and you see what was hidden to you before. I always love when that happens, like when you just open up a cabinet and you realize that you left something that you once loved a lot, but you had to put it away for a while and then you just like forgot about it. So maybe you'll come across those experiences this week, like you'll take out a box and you'll look at old pictures of family members and friends, and you'll just reminisce on good times and past memories. And you'll look through old stuff, things that you used to love, old clothes, old jewelry boxes, or just jewelry. Maybe there was a favorite bracelet that you wore every day, or a favorite perfume that like you just loved, like you wore that perfume every single day in high school, and you just come across it in your house one day this week, and like you smell it and it just takes you back. So I'm seeing a lot of these moments, a lot of these experiences, and they'll bring you back to the past, but they'll also pull you into the moment. So there's a lot of like presence, like you're going to be present within the moment, smelling the roses and seeing the signs that are being bestowed upon you from spirit, from your spirit guides, from your loved ones, and just like day-to-day experiences that bring a lot of joy to you. So the next card says triggers, and I haven't pulled this card ever, like not even once, so it was surprising for me to pull this for this week. But it actually makes a lot of sense because I have personally been experiencing this recently, and I'm sure others have been experiencing this too. It seems like the energy is bringing up a lot of old emotions, and like the waters are high right now. I feel like it's this week may be emotional, but this is a chance to heal some past hurts. So I read a little bit about this card within the booklet, and I love the symbology of the bubbles in this card. So it says that within each bubble is a past memory, and they're memories that may trigger like old emotions, past hurts. But when they lose energy, when you don't keep giving energy to the memories and to the pain, then they'll just pop and they'll become non-existent. I'll read a little bit from the booklet. The bubbles in this image represent memories and stories from the past. Once they no longer have energy or trigger you, they will pop and disappear. And recently I've been writing like my biography, basically, the whole story about how I have stumbled upon this spiritual path and started doing tarot readings and psychic readings for other people. I've been writing my whole backstory, and there have been some things that have come up within my past that directly correlate with how I came to be an intuitive reader, and they have like triggered me a little bit, and because I'm going back to those times, and so I'm like really trying to heal those moments, and like it's making me realize that I didn't actually like fully let go at that juncture of those experiences, and like the past emotions that I had, they're coming back almost. And it's weird because as I've been writing like the About Me section of my new website, I've been feeling like I'm reconnecting with my past self, like a part of me from the past, and like it feels very familiar to me. So I know I'm connecting with a part of myself with those emotions from my past, and it's like weird. It's like this weird deja vu, but I know it's me. So these two cards also came out. So it's possible that you may also experience this at times this week. Your past self, past memories, parts of you from your past, like past loves, like jewelry or perfume, like small things from your past, or even like past memories and stories. And you're going to be reminded of them. Maybe you hang out with an old friend and they remind you of something, and like maybe it triggers you. But there really is like a hidden blessing within this. It's showing you that this like needs to be healed. It's time to heal this. And maybe you kind of like forgot about it. Okay. And it also says the sun rises on the horizon, reminding you that you have a new day in which to create anything you want. The warmth of the sun supplies extra love to you. The ocean and rivers bring flow, gentleness, and friendship to help you release what no longer serves you. You are being challenged to live in this moment. So presence, again, living in the moment. And the people within the bubbles, these are friends, these are family members that are going to help you along this path of yours and through the challenges and whatever circumstance and triggers you are experiencing. Like maybe it's even a dream, like maybe one night you have a nightmare or you can't sleep, and all of these like memories and stories are just like brewing in your mind, and suddenly like you remember a friend of yours or a family member, or you feel like this loving presence around you. Maybe it's an angel, maybe it's your spirit guide or a loved one, and they're going to help you to release this. And another thing I noticed is like a major theme for this week is forgiveness and releasing our past, and maybe even like releasing a part of ourselves as well. Like maybe there's a part of us that still long to be with that person, you know, a part of you that I don't know, like loved living in a certain place, but now you want to leave. You want to explore new horizons now. And so like it's kind of hard because it feels like a part of yourself that is kind of like you were letting go, you're releasing it. It's like petals from a rose and they're just slowly dropping. You're slowly releasing them. Yeah, so that's what I'm really seeing. You're like plucking old petals, you're pruning yourself to allow more light into your life and to see the blessings, let go of negative belief systems and thought processes that are like triggering past emotions. So this can't be like more direct than this. So I pulled the forgiveness card, then I pulled the release card, and these just pair so well with each other. Forgiveness is basically release. It's releasing yourself from past hurts, resentment, And I also want to say forgiveness doesn't have to just do with other people. It also speaks about forgiving oneself. And I noticed that the word give is within the word forgiveness. It's like giving peace back to yourself when you let go of resentment, and it says forgiveness now. So the now card came out right after the forgiveness card. So this can't be any more direct and clear. Forgiveness now. So forgive yourself now, forgive the past now, forgive people that have hurt you in some kind of way, or like for me it's like forgiving oneself. So self-forgiveness, that is coming up more, but I know some of you who watch this are going to resonate more with forgiving your past or forgiving others. So forgiving oneself for past actions and even things that you didn't do. So that's what I'm seeing with this, and releasing the difficult emotions to feel, like the emotions that like just don't feel very good, releasing them. Resentment is like a big one. Resentment and anger, when you let go of that, it clears out so much and it brings so much like blessings to you. So it's really important. Forgiveness is a big one. It's a big thing in life that we all learn about and all witness. Okay, I'm just thinking what else I want to say. I'm going to read a little bit more of the triggers card. I just put it away, but I feel kind of scattered. 1 second. I have so many cards. The occurrences or circumstances in your life may affect you on a deep level and be stored in your memory as wounds or triggers. Your ego can become defensive due to the emotional wounds you carry with you. Once a wrongdoing has happened in your life, it cannot be undone, but you choose how to handle the outcome. There is no single situation you cannot overcome. You can detach from the triggers, but you must have the will and desire to do so. Authentic healing means accepting past trauma, sadness, depression, and disappointments. From here, you can choose to accept responsibility for your emotions and your triggers. When you neutralize the stories from your past, they lose their grip on your present happiness. Holding on to the pain limits your ability to live life to the fullest. It is time to disconnect the switch and stop allowing a past situation to control your current actions. A very powerful message for all of us there. Okay. Another message that came out for us is believe in the light. Even through challenges, believe in the light that is your life. That's the message that I actually heard when these two cards came out. Believe in the light that is your life. See the hidden blessings and believe that they're there. Even when they're hidden to you, the blessings are there. And just trust and believe that there is light. There is always light somewhere to look to or believe in. Another powerful message for this week. Okay, just looking at the time. Okay. So this was really interesting. I pulled the Temperance card along with the Four of Swords, and each of these cards are from separate decks, but look at the characters within both of these cards. Like, they look very similar. They are just standing, in the middle of the card, they're the focal point, and there's water right in front of them. It's like they're standing on water. And so there is this element of the supernatural or the paranormal or bringing a miracle in your life, like walking on water. Whenever I see the character in this Four of Swords card, I think of aliens actually. So cosmic beings. This subject may come up within this week. And this image may show up somewhere, like in a movie. Maybe there's someone who ends up walking on water or looking into the reflection. There's something about self-reflection as well, something about water, and something about seeing someone standing at a distance. Maybe even seeing an apparition or witnessing like an actual angel. There's stories that you can hear people talk about, like where they witness in a real life angel, like they they drove somewhere and they drop them off, and then when they drive away, like the person disappears or something, you know? And you're like, oh, I just picked up an angel, or like someone saved someone and like you believe it was an angel, an earth angel, or actually like a spirit that saved someone and took on like a physical appearance. They looked like a real life person for a second there, and then later on it hits you that it was an angel that you talked to, or it's something spiritual that came into your world that you witnessed. The Four of Swords has to do with meditation and finding peace and stillness and quiet. This Four of Swords card also talks a lot about sleep cycles, so sleeping in or resting during the day or needing to get extra sleep, that may occur this week due to you working more, or there's just going to be a shift in energy possibly, so you may feel like you need to sleep and rest more, or maybe you will have possible difficulty falling asleep this week. I know I have noticed that just because of the temperatures actually, like it has been getting really hot in the middle of the night, so it's really hard for me to feel comfortable and actually get a good night's rest. So you may have to take out a fan and put it in your room, or do something to help you fall asleep or sleep comfortably this week. There's definitely something about resting and the sleep cycle. Maybe you'll stay up late or like pull an all-nighter and it may throw you off a bit, but if you do some small things to help you fall asleep fast, doing something with the temperature if it's too hot, or if it's too cold, like get some more blankets so you can just sleep throughout the entire night and not have any problems. Another thing I noticed is there's a message about lucid dreaming, astral projection, or like vivid dreams, and possibly nightmares. I'm hoping no nightmares, but there's really something that may change with like sleep and during the night. I like kept being drawn to the moon within this card as well, and this scene shows the night. So there's a lot of activity that's going to happen within the night this week, and I've noticed this recently with my dreams. They've been very vivid and they're changing a bit, so maybe you'll have very vivid dreams this week, and you may notice that even lucid dreaming or astral projecting, like traveling places while you sleep. You can look up what astral projection is if you don't know what that is. There's a lot of information online about it. Another thing I noticed is it's possible that you'll go swimming this week, or maybe you'll watch a movie and you'll see someone like diving off the diving board. Since there is this strong like imagery of water, it also talks about like high waters, emotional triggers that we are going to overcome this week and really try to heal. Interesting enough, while I was waiting for my camera to cool down, my camera turns off because like it overheats. Anyways, I was shuffling my deck and this breakthrough card popped out, and it shows a woman like running on water but she's like standing on water, and it says breakthrough. So I feel like there will be this breakthrough when it comes to forgiving oneself, forgiving others, or a breakthrough within some kind of thought process when it comes to emotions, emotional triggers. You're going to heal. There's going to be like this healing breakthrough this week that you'll experience. Okay, so on to Temperance. Temperance, this card talks about balance, moderation, communication, management of resources, art, and healing. And this shows a hermaphrodite angel, so the child of Hermes and Aphrodite, and it specifically says this within the book. And I believe Hermes is the god of the underworld or the god of war. I'm not sure, but I know Aphrodite is the goddess of love. And I have a strong feeling that this is a synchronicity for some of you. Maybe you have been connecting with her, with Aphrodite, or maybe you'll see a reference of her sometime this week, and this may be talking like a message for one of my friends about Aphrodite and projects that she may be working on right now. So here is the child of Hermes and Aphrodite, and I'll show you that it says this and like the keywords within this book about this card. So there is this emphasis on balance and two sides. So one thing that I noticed is there is this message about light and dark within this week. So like angels and demons, heaven and earth, this choice, that choice, this option, this person, that person. And like this angel, she represents balance between two things. Usually in the traditional tarot, it shows a woman or someone holding two cups within both hands, and it represents the subconscious and the super conscious. So talking again about the dream state, and there's another message about like trance, like jumping into like altered states of awareness within this week, because this trance speaking card came out. The word trance is on it. And so like maybe you'll experience the instance where you are looking for something in the house and they're right in front of you, but you can't see them. Like, you just keep like looking over it and seeing other things, like everything around it except for that thing. This is when you are in a trance and you are kind of like hypnotized or in an altered state of awareness. You may like slip into altered states within this week, and this could also be why, like, during the dream state, there's going to be a higher likelihood of lucid dreaming and being more aware of your dreams. But this shows like differences. Like, if she were holding 2 cups of water, one would be hot water, one would be cold water. Something about like temperatures, like opposite temperatures, keeps coming up as well. Like the reference I gave about how it's been getting like hot in the middle of the night, so I can't sleep as well. So maybe the weather is going to change and shift like really fast, and it may go into extremes or maybe a balance, but it talks about like avoiding extremes and taking a moderate approach, mixing opposites, and having like moderation with something in your life. Also testing the waters, and again with like swimming, maybe you'll go to the beach somewhere, or you'll hang out in a hot tub or a jacuzzi, or go to the pool and swim for a little bit. There really is this reference of water, walking on water, bringing in some kind of blessing and miracle into your life, witnessing a miracle, or testing the waters before you jump in and make a decision. Angels as well. I've been noticing angels around me. I just like know they are around, and cards that I've been pulling have like shown angels, angel wings. So there is importance to like spirit contact. I've been feeling spirits closer to me. Like, I know they're always around, but I've been feeling them like closer. So you may feel like closer to your spirit guides, closer to the angels, or closer to your loved ones this week, and you'll like feel their presence very strongly, very intensely. Maybe lights will flicker, or you like feel like someone hugging you, and that's them. Just trust that it's them. And external validation, so there's going to be others validating you externally. So someone will say something to you, or like, this is validation as well, like that it's your angels, it's your spirit guides, it's your loved ones around you, and they're going to validate this externally. So maybe there's this experience you have one night, and then the next day, like, you talk to someone and they basically validate that experience. And just know it's a sign. So there's going to be a lot of signs that are going to validate you on something or guide you in the right direction, and it's going to be external. It's going to be a butterfly you see flying, or it's going to be a license plate that you see, or some kind of number sequence, or something you hear on the radio or someone say to you. It's going to be validation, and it's going to be a sign from them. Okay, I'm going to move these off to the side because I got to them. I'm going to show you this card once more. So trance and like feeling almost hypnotized some days, like you're doing something and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, like what was I doing? Like I can't remember, because you were in a deep trance or in an altered state. But there's another message about fearless expression and speech. Spirit can use your vocal cords, voice, to speak through you. This is usually done while you're in deep trance, but it can be done in light trance as well. Spirit may also spontaneously speak through you if the energy is right. So maybe someone asks you a question this week and you just like straight up answer them like yes, but you didn't really think about it before you said it, and this is actually like spirit speaking through you, and it's spontaneous. But this card also says deep trance and light trance, so you're going to maybe experiment with the different trance states this week, or just like spontaneously slip into different and alternate states of mind, states of awareness. I learned hypnotherapy, so I know a lot about like being in trance and hypnosis, so maybe you'll dabble in that or experience moments where you don't see something right in front of you, or you see something that isn't really there, but like don't freak out. Sometimes I feel like this really is spirit projecting back to you an image. I've noticed this before and witnessed this. I saw my spirit guides in my Himalayan salt lamp when I woke up in the middle of the night one time, and I was kind of in a trance because I woke up and I was still like in that trance state, you know? So I was easily able to see the image that my spirit guides were projecting to me through like a physical object. So this is scrying, so maybe you'll witness that as well. So you'll see things in objects that maybe it looks like an angel, an apparition of an angel in a candle, or like you can't see something that's right in front of you. This is like hypnosis, altered states of awareness. Okay, so this card pairs with the Fearless Expression card, so there's going to be a lot of self-expression this week, and we're going to use our voice. You see a mic here. We're going to use our voice and we're going to speak up. Maybe you're going to tune into a radio show, or maybe you'll take part in a radio show and express yourself, express your thoughts. I wrote a lot of other things down here. Okay, I'm gonna show you this card before I go on to the next thing. So I made this card to make my personal deck like well-rounded, because I know some people have experiences where they aren't so light, I guess I could say, but this shows like triggers, so emotional triggers and experiencing light with the dark, and that like yin and yang, the alternate experiences in life. Where did I put? One sec, I'm trying to find the Temperance. Okay. Okay, so this angel also shows water moving up through her hands from a lower state to a higher state. So ascension and evolvement and enlightenment is another thing that we're going to experience this week. Maybe you'll become a master at forgiveness, almost like very quickly you'll feel enlightened about something, about the art of forgiveness, the art of letting go, the art of healing. You're going to become illuminated and enlightened by some kind of healing art or any kind of mastery. You're going to become enlightened by it, and you're going to find the hidden blessings. And if you have some kind of negative emotional experience or something triggers you, and like the demonology, this card like depicts this, you're going to find a way to heal that, to release it, and it's going to be incredibly powerful. Okay, I am going to talk more about two cards that I already showed you. So the Temperance card as well as the Four of Swords. I wrote down a lot of possibilities and scenarios that both of these cards portray and mention and talk about pertaining to this week for us. It also dawned on me that the message about hot and cold can also talk about like someone being hot and cold, or you feeling hot and cold about something and undecided, or hot and cold emotions. So it could speak about so many different scenarios and experiences, but there really is a message about feeling hot and cold. One day feeling something and then the next day you feel differently about it, and it's really going to be, I feel like it's going to be an emotional week. Some days are going to be very uplifting and other days they may be a bit triggering for us because of the people we hang out with or something we hear on the radio. There's different triggers for each and every one of us. You know, we all have that one person that may trigger us, or a like phrase or a place. There's different things that trigger different emotional responses, and so it's really a week to heal emotional wounds. It's really about that, and we're going to do that through creating a sanctuary for healing, basically, and also going to the arts. And I wrote down an entire list of the arts, basically. So there's a lot. The biggest one is music. So reaching out to music to uplift you, to inspire you, and to heal you if you feel triggered by what someone said to you, or by a past memory that came up in a dream one night, or you're remembering things are coming back to you, and you're going to reach to music, or you are going to write a lot. You're going to write your own song, you are going to write your own story, and it's going to be really cathartic for you, the entire process of this. You are going to use your voice. I know many singers, when you watch American Idol or any one of those singing shows where people go up on stage and sing and it's a contest and one person wins, they will say that singing healed them and that it changed their life through the times they were bullied in school, or maybe a family member was going through a difficult time, or they were going through depression. They will say that singing like helped them through that and it uplifted them. So maybe you will go to singing to help you. Sound healing as well, so singing bowls, or you know, just cranking up the volume on a song that just makes you feel like so much better. It's basically a release for you. Put on your favorite song, play that song, or maybe you'll get out the guitar and you'll just play it, or the violin. Maybe you'll go to an acting class, give talks and speeches about what you were inspired about, or listen to inspirational talks and speeches on YouTube or another platform. There really is self-expression through speech this week, and you may also crack jokes this week just to lift spirits and make things upbeat for you and others. There may be debate with others in the workplace, or maybe this is about politics. You're going to brainstorm a lot of ideas and really great ideas. There's going to be lots of sharing on social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, listening to external sources of upliftment, support, and inspiration. Headphones are in this card as well. So external validation and getting out the headphones and listening to that music that like speaks to your soul and lifts you up. I also wrote down literature, poetry. So maybe you'll write your own poem or read poetry. Maybe you'll read novels and watch some really inspiring movies or documentaries. Those are inspiring, like real life documentaries and stories about football players or someone else who like created a miracle within their life. Reading quotes, writing yourself. I've been writing a lot for my own website, so maybe you are working on your own website or writing an About Me section. I've been working on the About Me section for a while now, and I actually decided to make it like this whole story, not just a shortened summary. I decided to go like really in depth on how I came to be an intuitive practitioner and how I came onto this spiritual path. And I've been discovering new things, and I think I'm actually channeling like my spirit guides or like even my higher self while I'm writing my story, because later on I'll like watch something and it's a synchronicity to what I like just wrote. It's crazy. So maybe you'll do some automatic writing too, and you'll notice that what you're writing is speaking so much to you and it's really healing to you, and you're writing about like future events even, and having these like crazy synchronistic experiences with your own writing. I wrote down designing a website or a logo, self-advertising, and marketing. With art, I wrote down painting with watercolors and acrylic. And it's funny because both of these cards have watercolors within them. So getting out the paintbrush and them watercolors and acrylics and just making an art piece, a masterpiece. Getting out the coloring books and going to creative outlets to express your emotions and channel them through some kind of physical medium, and actually creating something very beautiful, something of beauty, something you can admire, and something that is special but also relates to your emotions and feelings. And it's an outlet you can go to express yourself, and whenever you are triggered, you know, and it's taking that trigger and actually making something beautiful out of it, making a blessing out of it. The healing arts, reading self-help books. Self-help books, it sounded like I said health. But you could also be very health conscious this week as well. And I've made a goal to start taking walks more often around my neighborhood because it's good for me and it gets me out of the house. So there's going to be a lot of self-care and self-love this week. Keeping your mind active and sharp, maybe doing some board games with people or flashcards, learning new vocabulary. Lucid dreaming, daydreaming, envisioning, ruminating, and reminiscing are going to be common things that will occur this week, I feel. Listening to, listing things. I read that wrong, but there's going to be a lot of listening to like outside sources this week on YouTube, listening to someone talking to you, listening to the radio. a lot of external signs and validation from spirit and from yourself as well. You may list things, so scheduling weeks in advance or months in advance a trip or a vacation. Maybe you're thinking about spring break and looking forward to that time off. Maybe planning to go to Vegas this summer. Like, you're really excited for spring and summer. I'm getting the excitement as well. I'm really excited to see some more sunny days and some more daylight, and to see some flowers begin to bloom and garden and all that good stuff. So you're going to be ahead of schedule this week. Like, there's going to be a lot of planning and circling dates on the calendar, planning ahead, doing something in advance, maybe like paying off bills in advance. Maybe you'll get some extra cash and like you can go to the bank and put that in savings or something like that. Future thinking and just looking ahead. I also said wish list of dreams. So writing down like a bucket list, or thinking about like what are my dreams, list of dreams, wish list. What do I want to do? A vision board. Maybe you'll create a vision board as well. That's like crafty. I also wrote down this supernatural, spiritual phenomenon with this card, especially because it always reminds me of like cosmic beings. It looks like an alien or like an apparition that you'd see somewhere out in the forest. Psychic gifts opening up in emotional waters. So when we feel and like open up more to our emotions, it actually can spark our psychic abilities and gifts to open up even further. Like, when you open up your heart more, you open yourself up to more like connection to your psychic gifts, because when you connect to your heart space, that connects you to like the infinite, to anything, to all answers, to the truth. So since this week may be emotional and we're going to connect to our creativity as well as our emotions, we may experience more spiritual experiences, more spiritual answers to questions that we have about our life, and maybe we'll see more spiritual phenomenon around us, physically or internally, mentally. So that's another thing that I wrote down. Photography is another one. Maybe you'll take a picture and you'll notice a spirit orb in it or some kind of unusual anomaly, and then you'll realize like, oh, that's spiritual. Like, that's my spirit guide or someone I know. And photography goes under like art as well, healing art, going out in nature. So this is the next card I want to talk about. I actually saw this card in my mind and I knew I had to take it out. So this card speaks about sanctuary. So we are going to really seek out a peaceful oasis, or what I like to call paradise, this week. And this also speaks about vacation, like planning for a vacation paradise this year, but also retreating within ourselves, maybe spending more time at home or finding a peaceful and quiet place to ruminate on some thoughts in our emotions. I underlined some things that really jumped out at me within the booklet. So it says that an early belief held, actually, I'll just read. I was gonna try to like ease into it, but I'll just like flat out tell you what it says. Early belief held that a pair of peacocks guarded the gates of paradise. And this card shows a peacock and a woman adorned with peacock attire. There is something about the peacock this week. So I want to say that the peacock is our spirit animal. It says a lot about self-expression because we all know that peacocks have like luxurious feathers and they're very flashy, they're very attractive, and you could see them a mile away. So there's something about being unafraid to express ourselves, express our emotions, and express our feelings. Our goddess muse wears a dress made from similar plumage. I thought I was gonna say more about the peacock. This is interesting. It says, these auspicious birds of protection and watchfulness are said to be symbols of the heavens and eyes of the stars, as depicted on their cascading tail feathers. They do look like eyes, like peacock feathers. So I thought that was really interesting. For some, the first experience of communion, celebration, and sanctuary begins in the safety and security of the family home. But as we grow, our perception of sanctuary evolves according to how we relate to the world and its ever-quickening pace. In contrast to seeking escape, the renewing balm of sanctuary helps us find a sustenance and rejuvenate from within, while allowing us to simply be in the present moment. There really is a message about just being ourselves and being in the present moment. So presence is another word that I see. Forgiveness, presence, healing, balance, just being with ourselves. Your personal idea of sanctuary may manifest in the form of a special place, your spiritual beliefs, or the inner refuge of prayer and meditation. The Four of Swords also speaks about prayer and meditation as well. So this fits very well. Whatever your preference, the appearance of this card speaks to its relevance for your life at this moment. Cultivate a little distance from an issue by nourishing your spiritual resources in the safety of your private oasis. I love that, private oasis. Viewing life from a renewed sense of perspective will help you arrive at more attuned choices for the future. There's also a message about spending time out in nature. So going out in a meadow, sitting next to a babbling brook, going to the beach somewhere, or hiking up in the mountains. And this is going to be very cleansing for us. It's going to help us to release unforgiveness or resentment or anger or anxiety, whatever it is. Nature is going to heal us this week. So going outside is going to help a lot. Okay, so the next card and the last card I'm going to talk about says, dream a beautiful dream. How beautiful is this? It shows the earth and has this symbolic message about the world. So about life, ultimately, about our reality, about our world. This is also the part of you that wants to dream of beauty and bring it to life in as many ways as possible. And this card speaks about finding beautiful order in chaos. So light and dark, like moderation through life experiences and seeing the hidden blessings within that. Okay, so after the phrase, actually I'm gonna have to reread this. This is also the part of you that wants to dream of beauty and bring it to life in as many ways as possible. In how you eat, dress, look, behave, make love, create art, relate to your community, write your poetry by moonlight, or bathe by candlelight. These are all things that we're going to think about this week. Creating art, writing poetry, trying to eat better, or find like a new look, a new hairstyle. If you have struggled with the obsessive attitude towards beauty that tends to prevail in human culture, then it is time you look to nature instead. Her beauty is boundless, quirky, and endlessly diverse. If you feel blocked, thwarted, or contaminated by others in your quest to bring your beautiful dreams to life, you may feel that your heart is dulled, minimized, or shut down. Give yourself permission to feel and be beautiful in many ways. You can feel harmony outside of what is supposed to be harmonious. And this card also shows this, like she's wearing this very distinct fashion statement. She's wearing an outfit that has like the design of peacock feathers and this very unique headband. It's very different, but she feels very content with how she looks and what she's wearing. So there's something about this. Expressing ourselves even through clothing, like wearing a shirt with a specific quote that just speaks to us, or wearing earrings that you love, you know, that's a part of self-expression and beauty. If you are brave and wild enough, you can even find beauty and harmony amongst the chaos of change. A world without the beauty of art in all its various and unique interpretations would be a less colorful, less vibrant, less cheeky, and less healing place to be. And here is this peacock spirit animal again, because peacocks are very colorful. Their feathers are very vibrant and they just catch your eye. So there's something about bringing more color and more life to you, to your emotions, and more healing. This oracle also comes with a particular message for you. There's a situation in your life right now where you feel uncertain about your ability to fix or heal. You lack the inspiration to be able to imagine it differently than how it currently seems to be. You may therefore feel inhibited in your ability to bring about constructive change. By expecting there to be beauty within a situation, even if it is hidden, you will be more open to seeing the healing potential even in your challenges. Don't attempt to force a situation or issue to take the right shape. Instead, ask it to show its beauty to you. This might apply to your body, to your relationship, to your finances, your work situation, a new creative project, or anything else. From this place of inquiry, you will begin to grasp the creative genius of what is, and unveil not only its potential beauty, but how perfect it is for you at this time, just as it is. In opening up to the beauty within yourself and your circumstances, you also open up to change. What we accept can change most easily. It is when we resist or deny that change slows down and suffering persists. You can overcome resistance and denial by approaching it with a curious mind, an open heart in the healing process. By the way, this oracle has to come to you because you have the power to be a positive influence in whatever situation holds the most meaning for you right now, and you need to know that. Very direct message there. Okay, so I also wrote down that appreciation of self and self-value and self-expression are also very important things this week. And I just added more messages about like the need for forgiveness, healing, cleansing, emotional waters, harmony and balance, finding a soothing, peaceful, calm, quiet and tranquil place to heal and sit with your emotions and release them ultimately. And I also wrote down instrumental music, low piano, lo-fi chill music, or meditation music will help a lot this week. It will be very soothing. A quiet place to heal, stillness, such as at night or like winter time. There's this energy of stillness and peace, like when you go outside in the middle of the night and you hear owls hooing and you look up at the stars and you feel the cold air, but like it's very invigorating, it's very cleansing. Just like walking out in the middle of the night and just looking up at the stars is very tranquil, it's very peaceful. And this image in a way shows this, like it shows the earth and the sky. And yeah, so that's all I'd like to share for this week ahead reading. I hope you have a beautiful week, and if this resonated with you, please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified of my new videos, please click on the bell. If you click on the bell, you'll be like immediately notified when I upload new videos, so it helps a lot. Okay, so I hope you have a beautiful week. Bye.